Hey guys, this is Kristen with the Hiss'n Kitten Waxing Center. I'm going to show you how to clean and sanitize your tweezers. Now before I dive in, if any of y'all have any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to comment down below, like, subscribe. Also, if you are an esthetician or a cosmetologist or currently in SC or Cosmo School and you're on Facebook and you'd like to join groups, then feel free to join Wax Club. It is for professionals only, but it's a really nice group of people who are really helpful towards one another. So if you're interested and you're into that kind of thing, then feel free to join Wax Club. Now, how to sanitize and clean your tweezers. So this is really important that you do this between every client, even after you wax yourself. The last thing you want to do is cross-contaminate anybody with a bacteria infection. Now it's really easy and simple to do, and I'm actually going to show you two different methods that I use depending on where I am. So method number one is going to be Barbicide. So this is Barbicide. I use this whenever I'm at my salon and I'm waxing my clients. This stuff is awesome. So with Barbicide, you will need the Barbicide itself. You need a glass jar. This is the glass jar I got from the same company, Barbicide, which I really love this glass jar. For one, because it makes it really easy to get your utensils in and out. You just lift this top level out, get the water out. And then it has this little level at the base of it where you can put your utensils in there. So it just makes it really easy to get them in and out. So it didn't have to be a glass jar like this, but any kind of glass jar, but this one I do highly recommend. So you need Barbicide itself, you need water, and then you need your said tweezers. So what we're gonna do, we're going to add 32 ounces of water to your jar. This, obviously I've already put the water in here. If you have less, like say 16 ounces, no big deal. You just want to adjust how much Barbicide you put inside your container. And then this one I already have open, so I'm gonna use this one instead. Then you put 2 ounces of Barbicide into the water. I'm just gonna guess this, which normally, let me make sure you guys can see. So 2 ounces should look, there's 1, there's 2. Actually, it's probably a little bit more than that. There we go. Okay. At first, I'd recommend actually getting like a true measuring cup. I've been doing this for so long, so don't necessarily need it. Okay, you know what? I still think that looks a little bit light, so I'm going to add a little bit more to this. There we go. It's always better to put a little too much than not enough. I've definitely learned that. Okay, so then you want to mix it. Now that's another reason why I love this jar, because to mix it, all I have to do is pull this up and down, and then it's mixed. If you'd have something else, then you can get a spoon or something like that. Make sure it has a lid so that it stays enclosed. You don't want dirt, dust, debris, anything like that going inside of the jar. And then last, you're going to take your tweezers. I always take the tweezers and put the bottom half, like where you hold it, downwards, because if you put it this way in your jar, you're going to dull the tweezer part. So I always put it like this. So you're just going to lift this up, set this inside, and drop it down. So it's gonna look like that. You want to leave this in here for 10 minutes. That's what it's going to take to sanitize. Now, if you are a fast waxer, I always recommend having at least 2 sets of tweezers and brow scissors. And if possible, get different colors. That way you know what you use in your last client and you're not grabbing the same one. That has helped me greatly. Also, if for one reason one breaks, then you have a backup. Always good to have backups. Have backups of everything. But yeah, you'll want to let this sit for about 10 minutes. Once it's done, then you would just lift this up, take this out. Obviously, I would have gloves if I was actually waxing somebody, but I'm not. And then I just dry it off with a paper towel. You can also just let it set it down and let it air dry. So that is Barbicide. Now, I will set this to the side. So what happens if you don't have Barbicide? No big deal. Next is going to be the rubbing alcohol method. So all you need for that is a bottle of rubbing alcohol. You can get this at any convenience store, any grocery store. I have a crazy amount of rubbing alcohol in my house because I use it for everything. But I will use this whenever I'm waxing, like I said, myself. I'm doing something at home. So I'm not at my salon. I don't have all my normal supplies. Then I always reach for rubbing alcohol. So for this, you are going to wipe the entire surface of your tweezers with the rubbing alcohol. So I will coat this thing and I'm just going to wipe the whole thing down. Make sure you get the tip, the top, and then make sure you get the bottom. Completely, you want to coat it. Now, just to be safe, what I also do, after I rub it, just to be 100% make sure that it is completely coated in rubbing alcohol, I'm going to set this down like this. Make sure you can see this. I'm going to take my rubbing alcohol and I'm just going to coat that entire thing. You want to let that sit for, I let that sit for about 5 minutes, and then I'll tend to like rub it again, turn it over, just to be safe. Do you actually really have to do that? No, but that's just what I like to do. Once you're done with that, you can take a separate paper towel and then just wipe it off. And you are set. So there's 2 different methods that you can use. Like I said, if I'm at my salon, I'll use Barbicide. If I'm at home, I'll use rubbing alcohol. Both work. And I hope this helps. Any questions, let me know, guys. See you next time.